actual years. So who's gonna come out on top?
Well, we're already seeing a change up here coming out from the team of Godly and Fozey. Of course, we're seeing double Dalsum here, which means a double Rayman pick. That is Fozey, yet again, like we've said many times, swapping on win. He swapped teammates on tournament win. He swaps legends on game wins. We're seeing that here with the double Dalsum. That, of course, means double gauntlets, double axe.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I like that they're starting off one on the axe, one on the gauntlets, just because that delays the directional influence that you're allowed, right? Whenever you're doing a team combo, if you use the same move, even if it's coming from your teammate twice in a combo, that allows the opponent to direct which way they want to get knocked back.
Acno's going to end up falling here pretty early on in the game, about 37 seconds, and Blaze is going to be right behind him. Very early lead coming out in this one for Fozey and Godly. Godly might fall here. No, he's able to get back. Fozey did a great job keeping the red team kind of completely split to where they were worried about recovering over to the wall rather than setting up the edge guard.
Yeah, there's been some phenomenal saves, a lot of denial on those saves, so you have to go for the double, and that's why so much damage is piled onto the field. I'm looking at Acno here. I mean, he is so damaged on his second stock. He could be the first one to fall in this match entirely.
And that's not something that we can say about Godly. In the previous set against Heisen versus Simple, right towards the end, it was looking like it was going to be curtains for Godly and Fozey, with Godly going down early, but now he was just losing his first stock a minute and a half into this game. Fozey, though, he's actually the first one on final stocks. Acno's been able to hold on using the higher defense that Kaya has.
Yeah, this is where you get that interesting kind of seesaw, the imbalanced team stocks. Because Godly, I mean, he can just sit around and live forever. He's got all the health, all the stocks, but Fozey, his teammate, he's got to play a little bit more of a back support role. He can't take quite so many risks, because if he's gone, well, Godly left alone against Acno and Blaze, that's just two team combos away from loss.
So one of the things I'm seeing here from Fozey, he does pick up the stock there on Acno, finally putting him on his final stocks. Blaze and Godly still on second. Ooh, now Blaze on final, but one thing I'm not seeing from Fozey here that I saw last game with the Zariel pick.
What is happening?
Godly! He's gonna lose that stock, but he gets one in return. It's now 2 stocks to 1. Acno taken out of the game. You called it, TWK.
Man, that was the definition of worth. I'm surrendering my stock, but taking you with me, only I'm coming back, you're not.
Oh, Blaze has some legs to stand on here. Beautiful dodge to get through the side air from Godly. He's going to eat that dare. Ooh, Godly. He didn't want to throw that over the wall once he saw there was no shot it was going to hit. Blaze saw it coming. That is a Rayman classic. You're able to steer yourself in the air. We saw Godly do that perfectly.
So now we've got double axe, so much coverage. You see Godly
doing it again.
Again, chasing with the charge.
And that's not normal. Normally we see it on the edge. Sometimes we see it on the main platform.
I mean, listen, Godly's not normal.
Hey, you're right. His ability to start it, maybe threaten the edge guard, most people would be like, oh, it's going to miss me. I'm not worried about it. But then you see him steering back. You almost hear, oh, that was close to hitting that side air. Oh, wait a minute. From Blaze, we have a 1v1, but Godly is the stronger 1v1 player. Blaze is always heralded for his 2's potential and his 2's performances.
All right, that's got to be enough. Godly with the neutral light punish, securing the game number 1 for himself and Fozey, continuing that momentum from their last set.
That was Godly putting that game on his back. He did 600 plus damage compared to like the 328 from Fozey. We don't see the character picks just yet, but I expect a swap off of the Rayman, maybe back to the Zariel. No, we're going in still with that double Dalsum. I just wasn't feeling the momentum coming out from Fozey, and it's not like he was just being like turbo focused from Acno and Blaze. It just seemed a little bit like a weak performance.
This kind of tells me I think there might just stick with that composition until it loses.
Okay.
Right? I mean, they're already up 1 in the set, so that way they can kind of dictate what they want. So Acno and Blaze, they're trying to find just some sort of opening. They're getting the bulk of damage onto Godly here.
Blaze, he's starting to take some punishment as well. Holding that one for a little while, ends up getting, oh, okay. Almost got the pickup. A little bit of maybe collusion there between Acno and Fozey.
Wow, committed hard on that ground pound. You heard it there. Knocked up off the top. Godly, Fozey short to follow. That's a 2-stock lead for Acno and Blaze. Let's see how much extra credit they can get.
Oh, I cannot believe he didn't get punished for that one. Blaze coming in with this Ulgrim pick. You see him naring around. That covers so much space, especially in 2v2s. He was kind of stuck between both Raymans of the blue team, but was able to get through them. Now taking a little bit of punishment, but no major momentum, just stray hits here and there. That is going to be a side air from the far side of the stage. Still had enough damage on him to take him out. Acno getting inside of that ground pound.
Wow, the recovery from down low. There was enough damage on Acno for that to score the knockout, even with that much screen to cover. Blaze clearing out God. All right, what is happening, Sparky? This time it's Godly down on final stock first.
Now we're seeing what we saw the previous set that earlier I said that we weren't seeing. So it's these weird swings from Godly where he's carrying the game to now Fozey might be the one to have to carry this one. We still have plenty of time for Godly to really start turning up and make a major impact in this game. Still in the yellow on his final stock, but now he's in the 2v1 for just a moment. He's gonna take a side light in there. That little D-light coming in from Acno. Wanted to pick up Godly, that would have been huge, but no, it ended up picking up Blaze and putting some team damage out on the board.
Yeah, Godly, I mean, whoa, Fozey stealing a stock up high. I mean, hey, just another one of those and we might be right back in this.
Oh, but Godly, he's got to be so careful here. Blaze is looking for it. You're seeing some of the KO moves coming out on this one. A little bit of team damage there, some interruptions. The recovery from Blaze, that 45-degree angle is the farthest possible vector to have to KO. Yo, the double KO from Blaze.
Making up for it. You were saying, hey, that first one, it had to go the diagonal. That was KOing late. No, he stocked that one up. You know, he had it saved in the tank.
And we see healthy damage numbers coming out from Blaze that game, and he also picked up 4 KOs, putting out 527 damage. It's Hermison! Look, there he is! I love Hermison!
Everybody cheer!
And there's DB! Let's go! Woo! And Addy! Woo! There's Daiku too!
A lot of the OG classics in the crowd
all the old
tonight.
heads there in the front row, hoping, begging, pleading, wishing for an EU victory. That really has never materialized so
for this
far,
set. They're guaranteed one.
For DreamHack Rotterdam. That's been the one thing that EU could hold on to, is that DreamHack Rotterdam.
Home court advantage, some might say.
And that's why it doesn't count.
What? How dare you? Wait.
Acno?
Is that? No.
What's going on
like
here,
this.
boys?
All right, so now they have an actual mountain
What's
to
going
climb
on here, boys?
Oh man, this is dire straits. Losing a stock just 12 seconds in.
And Blaze is gone too.
12 seconds later. My gosh, that's the clock we're on.
Let's see, there's the side air from Blaze. A little bit of team damage, interrupted and punished. This is a rough start for Acno and Blaze, and that extends beyond them losing their stocks early. Again, punish on that down signature from Acno. The Kaya, man, the Kaya's been pretty good, but I feel like I haven't seen that like goated Kaya play that I love to see from Kaya players. Like Phazon, when he's played like some of the best Brawlhalla I've ever seen, it's been on Kaya. For Acno, he has the bow experience coming from the Koji that we know and love. Other than that, I feel like Acno's just had like a solid, his average has been good, but that explosive possibility, the signatures, the ability to move in and out of danger while also putting out hitboxes from that signature kit, I feel like I haven't seen some of that. Well, he's just playing spear and bow.
All those things we have seen from Fozey over on the Orion now. That's that secret sauce. This is the composition that we were waiting to see. Taking down Acno and Blaze on final stocks. It's 5 stocks to 2, just a minute and a half in.
This is brutal, because a victory here for Fozey and Godly, of course, is going to put them up 2-1 in the set, needing only one more victory. Okay, there's some signatures coming out. We're seeing a little bit of actual Kaya play, not just bow and not just spear, but Acno coming out, showing everything that this character has to offer.
Ooh, I love that grab to cancel signature. They were able to take out Fozey. Godly has enough damage where you can tie up the stocks on that end. And then it's just the question, do you focus down Godly and hope to get the 2v1 on Fozey?
Maybe they don't have to worry about that, because Fozey's gonna help him out. What a gentleman. That's that Swedish hospitality that they always talk about. Coming in with that ground pound, taking out his teammate.
I mean, some might call it rude. It's all a matter of perspective.
That's true. It depends what the point of view is. There are 2 sides to every story. There might only be one side to the victory of this game, because Fozey and Godly are looking at Acno and Blaze, who are very close to being in KO damage, and they are in KO damage. That's That's a double, and that's why Fozey swapped.
Yeah, that Orion paying dividends immediately. There was no delay. He's gonna have to, he pulled that out. He's got the capital gains tax for sure.
And you look at that, 677 damage. That's why we know Fozey as an Orion player. That's why we love to see Fozey as an Orion player. The Zariel is great. We love to see that too, but man, it just seems like he really belongs on the Orion.
It's like coming home. You know, he kicks on his shoes, gets those nice cozy slippers, and slides right into a double knockout.
And it fits like a glove every time. And we're going back to the dome, TWK.
I don't know how I feel about this, Sparky.
Well, we also see an Acno swap, so hopefully that will be enough to where he's not going to get knocked out 12 seconds into the game. Oh, no!
It was 14. It was 14, all right?
Okay,
the
but
Koji swap bought him 2 seconds.
Oh, but let's see what happens with Blaze. It looks like he's survived beyond. Dude, wait, was about to happen again.
You can just like chill for a moment.
I gotta stop
Take a sip of water. I'll take over from here, all right?
Oh no!
You've got the monkey's paw curse.
Oh, that was so. Oh, Blaze at least turned that one around.
So now it's all, will it be Blaze or Godly the first to fall for their team? Stocks are tied up. We're getting a little bit of that seesaw composition.
Ooh, Acno ended up getting the gravity cancel side signature. That situation was really set up from the sidelight neutral sig that came out from Fozey that ended up only putting damage onto Godly, sending him up and left on his way back to the platform. We saw the GC side sig from Acno. So great capitalization on that misplay from the blue team.
Godly taking to the skies, he's armed up with the axe, trying to hunt down Acno. You see him going for that signature. He wants the big damage, but it's Fozey that finds purchase. Acno down to final stock, 1 minute, 15 seconds in.
Last time he hit his team, this time the sidelight in sig made a connection on the opponent. That was an orange KO off the top.
Jeez. All right, so that's keeping this pretty much dead even. I feel like it's just one major play after another. I thought for sure one team would have pulled ahead like crazy by now. Any other game with these plays definitely would have.
Knowing Acno's ability to now pick up a D-Light recovery on an orange opponent that high in the air means that almost anything is possible. Godly's taking so much more damage, though, than everyone else in the game so far. He is in the red, does have to be very careful. We're seeing the double recoveries coming out. The neutral air for some juggle. Fozey comes in. They're going Lance v. Lance.
Oh!
What's happening? There are 3 players off the screen on the top, and somehow all of them are still living.
I can't believe that. I thought everyone was blasting out the glass ceiling of this dome.
Oh, there's the D-Light recovery again. That's going to be a nice trade 1-for-1.
This has been absolutely wild. Just massive shifts, kind of leaving us on level ground every time. Acno's gone, Blaze stands alone, but there is enough damage on Fozey that this is doable.
The Blaze stands alone. The Blaze stands alone. Hi-ho, the Dario. The Blaze stands alone.
Hopefully, he only stands with one. He's got to take out one of them right here. This 2v1, he's doing a great job. Stick and move, stick and move.
Yeah, you see him, he's really all over the place. He's down on the ground, then he's up on the platforms. Down on the ground, up on the platforms. Using those platforms here, because we're on Miami Dome, means that it's harder for the blue team to set that up, but not impossible as Godly and Fozey. You see Fozey standing up in victory. They are going to be moving on into the top 4. Blaze and Acno are taking a trip down to the elimination bracket.
Man, Godly and Fozey, they got me feel good after that one. You know, it seemed like they had a little bit of a rockier path than some people would expect, in the sets at least. But all the expectations that everyone had leading for them today, they were able to bring it all the way through the winner's bracket. And we're going to see them more tomorrow.
I wonder, I'm truly curious what Fozey is going to pick legend-wise going into it, because there's a significant period of time between now and the end of tomorrow. A lot happens in between there. You're seeing the stats on the screen right in front of you. That game, Fozey didn't even really do that much damage whatsoever, but it was really calculated damage. It was in the right spot, and any slack that came from Fozey, Godly was there to pick it up, and that's the best 2v2 teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can even see Godly and Fozey took more damage than they dealt. They just had so much more efficient knockouts.
Now we're going to go back to the analysts to hear what they have to say about what we just saw.
I am in disbelief right now because we've been talking about Acno and Blaze and seeing them just literally dominate just after match. And here's Godly Fozey doing the same thing, and now they were up against each other, and we didn't even see the Zarya. Like the Orion pick for Fozey. Wow, now they're in top 4. Zip, well, how do you feel about this match and the outcome of it?
Oh my gosh, I am starting to feel like I shouldn't say who I believe is the dominant one at this point, because every time I vouch for any team, any 1v1 player, I curse them. I said Acno and Blaze were blazing, and that fire got doused. Yeah. They just got sent down into that lower side of the bracket. I mean, there's not much more I can say. Godly and Fozey are playing so well, and he didn't have to go to the Zariel. The Zariel, you know, you think about Frieza, right? When Frieza's in form number 1, he's powerful. Then he goes into Orion, he's form number 3, right? Long head. But he didn't even have to go to the sleek body form. He didn't have to go there to take them out.
Yeah, I like that you're bringing that up, because we were talking about how like Fozey's got the like, okay, I'm playing this legend until I get a loss on it, and then I'm moving on to the next one. And he didn't even have to get to that point where the Zariel to be brought out. And in fact, something that Sparky was talking about while that match was going on is that the Kaya wasn't looking as good on the from Acno going into that set. And Fozey did so well on the Orion that he switched him over to the Koji, and then it was just destruction. I mean, you and I were bantering about it in that game 3, where Godly literally only lost stocks to Fozey.
Yes,
and that was one of those things where it's like they were dominating that hard that Fozey was just wiping everybody off the screen.
And we can take a look at some of the highlights here of that previous match here. It's 1v1.
I thought that he was going to be able to do this clutch. When he got that ground pound, I was all for him. I know he was super hurt, but the stage control from Godly was too much. He's going to throw that away. He's like, you know what? I see that damage on him. I've been playing this game a long time. When we go out these gauntlets, hit him with a schmixy wop and get him out of there.
Yeah, man, that neutralite just taking him out off the right side. And here we've got that highlight. This is I'm pretty certain the game, right, where Fozey's kind of like, all right, you beat the double Dalsum, right? Because that recovery comes through, and then they're able to, oh no, the side sig is coming up right here, right? This was so impressive coming up from the double knockout from Blaze. Catches everybody, catches him with the first hit, and then landing on the second hit to get that double knockout.
That was definitely a highlight if I ever seen one. That could have been a highlight right there if Godly would have hit that sliding
highlights,
side
right?
signature.
Fozey with the neutral sig here, and then goes, I need the double slide charge pivot. There you go. Grab the catch, gets him off the top. Man, there's a lot of really wicked signature double knockouts this set. But Fozey once Fozey got to that Orion, it was just curtains for Blaze and Acno, which really was a surprise. We got this last stock here coming out from Blaze where, yeah, 1v2 doable, but against Godly and Fozey, not so much.
Yeah, not so much. I mean, he's still in a favorable spot when you're watching this, but here it is. That's the catch they needed. Clean team combination to take that stock out.
What beautiful plays there that we just saw. And I want to get just a little bit, I just want to talk a little bit more about that match, because seriously, it's incredible to see these two incredible, fantastic, legendary players. I'm like running out of adjectives to describe them, because they seriously are like champions, literally fighting against each other.